What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 172. This is also our take 2 of this intro. We had a little bit of audio issues, but we are rolling now. But my name is Harrison, joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, you talked about how your eyes were puffy and you were sleepy last week, and you were sick yesterday, which is why we delayed the podcast. But you're here now, and you're looking better, looking refreshed.
Here now, looking better, feeling better, freshly showered. I mean, we're great, man. We're doing great. Excited about this week. Excited about all the E3,
yes,
E3 week stuff. I mean, it feels like we're kind of back to like an actual E3 week.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I forgot because coming after like a short week last week, and then the long weekend the week prior. I got Zelda, but like you need something else to look forward to, right? And I was like, oh yeah, it's Summer Games Fest week. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for our yeah. I mean, this is the E3 week pretty much, since E3 is dead now.
Just to run down. So what showcases do we have? We have Summer Games Fest.
We've got June 8th, which is on a Thursday, which we're gonna live stream that, right?
What time does that go on?
It starts at 6.
Yeah, I'll probably
okay
be on for that. Yeah.
And then they've got I'm just looking at the website now. They've got the Day of the Devs, June 8th as well. Devolver's
nice
showcase, which is always spectacular. Tribeca Games Spotlight on the 9th. Let's see, Wholesome Direct, which is, I think it's like an indie direct kind of thing.
Cozy games.
Yeah. Games Expo hosted by Asmongold. I don't know if that happened last year or not. Future Games Showcase on June 10th. The Xbox Showcase June 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then followed directly by the Starfield Direct, which I saw that is the showcase an hour and a half long total, and then the Direct is like 30 minutes, or is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, that's how long it normally is.
About an hour and a half for the showcase?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty exciting. We'll talk about our predictions and all that good stuff here in a little bit. And then following that, we've got the PC Gaming Show, and then Capcom announced their showcase for June 12th. So yeah, pretty exciting.
Be pretty exciting too. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll talk about some news here in a little bit. We'll talk about our Summer Game Fest predictions, all this, all the Xbox stuff and Capcom stuff. We'll talk about that stuff here in a little bit, but you want to talk some Zelda?
God, yeah. Let's, dude.
So this, I mean,
we've been texting about this, but
yeah, so
freaking decade.
Oh yeah, there's no debate anymore. This game is just, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop. I want to play it all the time.
Yeah.
I want to play it during work, and I don't do it because I really want my undivided attention with it. So I don't want to sit there and play and then have to do something else. So yeah, I mean, I'm almost 90 hours in, and I've maybe gotten half of the depths uncovered, maybe.
Yeah, maybe at half, or
the fact that the depths didn't leak at all is still crazy to me. That everyone was so focused on the Sky Islands, and while the Sky Islands are really cool, like the depths it's just so fun to go down in there.
I know, and the fact that it's like, I think the fact that it's pitch black makes it more exciting to to explore, because you don't really know what you're coming across until you're there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how it leaked, because there were like rumors that there's an underground portion of the map, and like that was kind of it. Like, oh, maybe there's some portion that's underground, something like that, but
like caves or something. Like I think that was like what we thought was cave. Like you can go into caves and caverns or something, but no one
said the entire map of Hyrule was.
Yeah, and the fact that everything is pretty seamless. Like if it's a mountain in Hyrule, it's like a giant pit in the depths, and
if it's a lake or a river,
yeah,
it's a wall.
Yep. And then like,
Super
and then if there's like an island or something, like that'll be its own thing where you have to go into the like Eventide Island. If you go into the depth there, like that's a really cool thing. So
and like even with the town, like I think with like towns in the game, like those also correspond.
I think they're mines or something, or like
yeah,
something like that. Yeah, everything correlates with each other.
I wonder how, like, you know, the boss arenas
Yeah.
down in the depths, do those correspond with anything in the overworld? Or like with the Sky Islands?
I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't know what they correlate to, but it might correlate with the Sky Islands. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like I'm not, again, I'm 90 hours in and I have no sign of stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both at the point where obviously this is not really a spoiler, but I mean, you're gonna fight Ganondorf at some point, and we both got what we think. We have no idea what's gonna happen after, but you know, as far as we know, this is the final mission to kill Ganondorf, and my plan last night was to do it, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go explore the depths. And I did that for like 3 hours.
It's so easy to get like so lost down there.
Yeah.
Time wise.
And the fact that you can get like the little like the miner suit where you have like the glowing orbs on it, so it helps a little bit with vision, whatever, providing like a little bit of light. But dude, I don't know, man. I mean, we're joking game of the decade, but I mean it really is. Like there's just nothing quite like it. I mean, Breath of the Wild is obviously, you know, being the prequel to this, but I mean it blows Breath of the Wild out of the water.
It really, like,
in every
I
aspect.
cannot imagine going back, because just the abilities in this game trump the abilities in Breath of the Wild like tenfold.
Oh yeah,
like, they're just so much more useful. They're so much more fun to use, and that alone changes pretty much everything about Tears of the Kingdom. But then you have, you know, the Sky and the depths. I have a question for you. What would you say your percentage split is between exploration of the depths, main Hyrule, and Sky?
I'm gonna have to look at a guide for the Sky, but I think I've just about hit every island. No, I don't know. I don't know if I've gotten every chest and every piece of armor and stuff, but I think I've done all the spheres. I've done like the maze or whatever. The labyrinths. I've done those. So definitely the Sky the most, because I mean obviously there's just not as much. And I've obviously I've unlocked all the, like I filled out the map in Hyrule as far as like, you know, the Fog of War thing, but I haven't explored like every like nook and cranny of it.
But
so
in terms of time spent in each of them,
oh gosh, man, I mean it's got to be Hyrule just because.
Time in the Sky.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, 60, 30, 10, maybe like 60 Hyrule, 30 the depths, and 10% the Sky. But I mean, I could be wrong. I spent so much time in the depths.
I love searching for the treasure.
What'd you say?
Like I love searching for like the little treasure spots.
Oh, the little X marks the spots.
Yeah. Like I've almost completed the Ocarina of Time set.
Okay, yep.
And I even found like the Sword of Time too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I found that.
Yeah, and it's cool. You can like repurchase it.
Oh, from the
Poe guy.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Have you gotten the Great Deity set yet?
I just found the mask.
Okay.
But I don't know where the.
Have you done the quest? There's a specific quest that tells you where they are.
Oh, do you know where to activate it?
I'd have to look it up. But it's like Misko's. I don't know if he was in Breath of the Wild, but like Misko's quest, it doesn't specifically tell you, but it's like, oh, he's, you know, there's a piece in, you know, like at the top right of the map near like the Elden region. There's like
that's
this
where I got the mask.
in the skull.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's one of them, and then there's two more.
Oh shoot! And that's a good set, right? Because it increases your attack.
Yeah, it's a really cool set. It's cool looking too.
Can you upgrade it?
Yes, you can, but it takes dragon scale, so it's a little bit harder. Yeah. at least I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can, but
yeah, that and probably star fragments.
Yeah.
Which are like impossible to come by.
Yeah, they're pretty. I found the one, which I didn't know if it was scripted or not because I was falling, and it came up like beside me.
Yeah.
So
there were a couple that came up like that, just kind of randomly, seemingly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that first time was scripted or not, but I got it, and I think I made like that weapon that you had put on TikTok where you can like throw stars out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I still have that.
Do you?
Hasn't broken yet.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say than I did last week. I'm just absolutely enjoying my time with it.
I guess do you want to talk about the last two dungeons we've done?
Oh yeah, let's do that. So yeah, let's we'll talk about, so major spoilers for the game. We're going to talk about two more temples. So yeah, major spoilers if you haven't finished all of them. So yeah, let's talk about the lightning temple.
Yeah. So this one kind of, I mean, you said it kind of like flipped the script a little bit where you fight that beetle boss.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess we should go back and go all the way to Gerudo Town, because that section was pretty cool where you fight off the wave of Gibdos.
Yeah, I got a little peeved because I start, like, they told you to prepare, and I built like a fire structure and like the beam emitter thing. I put it on one of the I don't know, the peg or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. But I put it on there and put it in the ground and had it ready to go and on each entrance. And then once it actually initiated the waves, it disappeared.
Oh, despawned them.
So I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't mean literally prepare.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought.
But did you talk to the people on each
I did,
side?
yeah.
Okay.
I put them in there wherever I wanted them to go. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little moment.
Yeah. It was a lot different than anything else in the game. Like,
yeah,
little tower defense, so to speak. But yeah, you do that, and then you kind of do a little puzzle out in the desert to
the lights.
To unlock with the lights to unlock the lightning temple that comes up from underground.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also the only temple that's on the ground.
Yeah, it is.
Two of the other ones were in the sky, and then one of them was down in the depths.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, there was two in the sky, two in the depths, and then one.
Yeah, I guess two in the depths.
Yeah, one on the actual ground. But yeah, it was a cool temple. Like it kind of started out like just as like I didn't know if there was going to be any puzzles because you kind of have to make your way to like the center area. After you fight the scourge or whatever, the monster that's behind the Gibdo outbreak. And I thought, like, design wise, I thought that it looked like a really cool boss. We had briefly talked about the actual like boss fight itself was not super fun just because you have to like use the lightning ability to get rid of its armor, and then you have to just kind of attack it with your weapons, and it moves just fast enough to where you can only really get like one or two whacks in before it moves on, and it's a little annoying. I feel like it takes a little bit longer than you feel like it should, but I mean, there's probably some item I could have used to freeze it or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't actually do that, but
yeah. I love the combat in this game. I think it's really good, but that boss was a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
For the combat to handle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was an okay fight. I like that ability, like the lightning ability, and it's especially good for blowing up rocks.
Yeah.
In the depths or in caves or anywhere.
And do you have to have an arrow every time you use it?
I don't know because I haven't run out yet.
Okay, I think you
You
do. Which is a little annoying because I mean arrows can be pretty scarce if you're not buying them from stores and stuff. And I mean you can loot like the crates and stuff like that. That's where they're usually at. But yeah, and then you make your way to the temple and you have to kind of do like a couple of like light puzzles, like shine the light on specific pedestals to unlock the area. Then you have to use is it Riju? I think it's Riju. Is that her name? The
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Use her and then you make your way to the top and fight the boss again. So yeah, it was a pretty unique temple with fighting the boss 2 times. I enjoyed it. I like the puzzles that I did in that one.
In the fire temple, did you fight Goma twice, or was that another entity that you fought on top of Death Mountain?
That was a different entity.
Okay.
But that one, yeah, that was kind of similar where you fight something to get into the area, which is cool. Yeah, I thought all the temples were pretty varied, which is good.
Pretty unique. Like,
yeah.
Just even in structure alone, like they were pretty different. I mean, comparing the fire temple to the lightning temple, like they're extremely different. I mean, I don't know. I liked them all. I think they were all pretty good.
Yeah, I still think the wind was probably like my least favorite temple out of all of them. Just like design wise, it was just kind of. I mean, not design like the actual like flying ship was cool, but the way you navigated was not as fun as the other ones. I don't think.
It felt like a temple from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, because you were at some points confined into like certain areas, but yeah, I like the lightning temple a lot.
Yeah, it gives you that what you think is the last ability, and then
yeah. So yeah, again, major spoilers. We'll reiterate that one more time.
Super major.
But you go back to Lookout Landing and speak with Purah, and she kind of identifies that there's another sage in the flashback, and you have to discover where she is and located, and then you go through this really cool quest where you go down to like the dragon looking river and have to get the equipment, and then and then you make your way up to the sky and just do a bunch of like platforming and stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. And then you can't wear any sort of metal because it'll shock you. And then you dive in and find the mask, and then have to fly the mask down.
Yeah, that was a cool
into the temple. So yeah, it was like a really awesome like build up to the Wind Temple. That was kind of surprising. Like I didn't expect there to be a 5th temple altogether, but it was really cool. Really cool moment.
What was that? What was the temple called?
Sorry, the Spirit Temple.
A Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
was the Spirit Temple like you collecting all those parts?
Well, once you collect the parts and then
you make your way there.
Yeah, well, I think that was the Spirit Temple. Or wait, maybe it was. Maybe the actual Spirit Temple itself was when you get there, after you get the freaking mech.
Yeah, oh God.
I mean, it was in the trailer, and you had said you had forgotten about it.
Yeah, just the mech coming out of the wall.
Yeah,
like not Link actually riding on it, but
yeah, that was. I mean, it's pretty basic. Like once you kind of get into it, like it's pretty basic, but it's still really cool. Like just another awesome moment in the game.
Yeah, and I haven't tried like attaching all of the Zonai devices to it yet. I'm interested to see what some of them do when it's like on your back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know which ones. Like, I don't think I used the rocket one on his back or anything.
Didn't you have to? Because
you do.
Yeah, because that causes you to be able to like do the jump or whatever to get up into the Spirit Temple.
Right. Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
He's pretty weak, I will say.
It is, yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're using, but it's great for crowd control because like it just knocks down.
Yeah, it gives you like some pretty good range. But yeah, without any sort of Zonai device equipped or weapon, it's pretty weak. But yeah, super awesome moments. Yeah, a mech. It's just
And then it just stays with you throughout the rest of the game too. Like
yeah.
you just get on it and
How
get
do you like having all 5 of the parties around you, or do you turn them off sometimes?
it's getting a little annoying. I have them all out, but it
Yeah,
feels like a party. And
yeah.
sometimes I don't want it to feel like a party.
I
It feels like
usually
Xenoblade.
so I guess my other gripe with the game too is I don't know how they would have done it because every button is used like 5 different times, but I wish the Sage's abilities were on a specific button, because like having to find the Sage, and when you have 5 around you, you have to like make sure you're clicking on the right one. There's been so many times where I've actually jumped into the mech by accident, and I'm trying to get I don't know, the Goron, is it Unobo, whatever his name is, trying to get him so I can blast out a rock, which I mean you can use the cannon on the mech to blast rocks out too, but I've accidentally used the wrong one plenty of times.
Yeah. So I read like a pretty good fix for it, or like what could be a fix for it, and so with the item wheel, with a wheel thing that you have,
Yeah.
there's a map icon mapped to it, and you've probably never used it, right?
No, it's kind of pointless. It's because there's a dedicated button for it. It makes no sense why it's there.
Yeah. So people are saying just to put the horse whistle there, and then use use down on the D-pad to pull up another wheel.
Yeah.
Select any of the 5 abilities.
Is that what people are suggesting Nintendo do?
Yeah, that's what people are suggesting.
Oh, well, they're never going to do that.
Right. I'm sure Nintendo workshopped it and tried to find a good solution, but
yeah, I mean, just yeah, I don't know.
They figured out a way to make it work with the other abilities in Breath of the Wild. But
yeah, because you
like inherent to Link.
Yeah. Well, what's up on the D-pad right now?
Isn't that
because I know down on the D-pad is the whistle.
That's items.
Items. Okay. Oh, that's right. Gosh.
So many buttons.
This is one of those games where it's like if you don't play for like a month and come back to it, you're just not gonna know. Because there's times right now where like I'm in a fight and I'm like, crap, just trying to grab an item, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe clicking in like the left stick and then using the right stick to select something like from another wheel or something. I don't know. Surely there's a way they could have. I mean, they made one of the greatest games of all time on the Switch and make it run.
They made it work
really well, all things considered. I mean, it's got some hiccups there for sure, especially when you have all 5 stages on the screen. But
yeah, I think that does bring it down. I think that brings down the frame rate.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see anything topping this game for me personally in a long time. Mm-hmm. It's just got everything that I love. You know, it's, you know, obviously we compare this to Elden Ring because like that was like the last time we had this experience where we were just going all over. But you know, Elden Ring doesn't have the traversal like Zelda does, and obviously the crafting and stuff like that. I mean, it's still the best horse. Like, I don't really like riding horses in this game. It feels really useless. Like, I feel like if they could have, it should have just been like Elden Ring, to be honest. Like, if you click on like the call whistle, like it should just spawn near you. You shouldn't have to be near a stable or something like that. It should just automatically spawn. Like, I feel like that would just make more sense. Because otherwise, like, who's actually using the horses?
I don't know. I tried, and they scare easily.
Yeah.
With objects around them, and they'll like, if there's like a small ledge, they'll, you know, get up on their legs and won't move forward. So it's kind of difficult to navigate with them. Yeah, I mean,
I guess they come in handy like early game when you don't have a million different shrines to warp to, and then just. Because obviously, if you've got to get to a certain spot, you pick the highest shrine that's around there, and then you just fly off.
Yep.
So
or you build something.
Or you build something, or you start in a sky island and then just dive down. Like, yeah, the horses feel like just obsolete in this game, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just
just a good time.
Yeah, it's just a good time.
How many shrines are you at?
I'm over 100. I think I'm like 105 maybe
Okay.
at this point, and I've got quite a few that I've pin marked on my map that correlated with the light routes. I just got to go find them.
Yeah, I still need to do that little correlation.
Yeah.
From the depths.
And I thought I had a thought last night where I was like, well, maybe if I stand underneath the light route and I use ascend, will it take me directly to the shrine? It doesn't. It doesn't do that. But
you can't ascend at all.
You can, but like the routes aren't straight up. They kind of turn and stuff, so you can go up, but you'll stop at some point when there's a curve in the route. But
okay,
yeah,
I guess you can only ascend at those few stations.
Yeah. Have you done in Lake Hylia? Have you dove into like that whirlpool that's near the bridge with the Gliok, the fire Gliok?
Yeah, and did the shrine quest.
The shrine quest, that one was pretty cool.
That was fun.
Because like I don't when you initiate the we're talking about like in you probably played them in the Sky Islands. There's a lot of those up there, but you know it's the empty shrine and you have to find the crystal and bring it back. But when you do that and you initiate that, you cannot then warp, right? You have to make your way to the spot.
I think so.
Okay,
because you have to do it in real life.
It took me quite a few tries to actually get up there because it's quite high. So I just strapped on. I mean, I just made like a little. I used like the sled or whatever and hooked two rockets to it and then put a hot air balloon on it and made it up there.
Initiate it from the shard.
What do you mean?
Like
like you can go up there. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I guess I could have just warped.
If you pick it up, I think it'll initiate.
Okay, gotcha.
The quest. You don't have to do it from the shrine.
Have you? So Terrytown, you know, there's like the quest for the shard. Did you?
I haven't done that yet.
See, I feel like I did that, but the shard is still there.
So.
And when you pick up that shard, I don't think it tells you where it's at. Or maybe if you whack it, I don't know. I'll have to go back there and look because I felt like I did that, but maybe I didn't.
Yeah, because I purchased it, but I never.
Yeah.
Actually, I did pick it up and it didn't.
It didn't do anything.
Maybe you do have to do it from the shrine.
I think you do. I think you have to find the shrine first, and then it tells you where to go. But I can't remember if you can do it without warping or not.
Yeah.
I guess that would make more sense to make it more challenging, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, there's so many like there's one shrine that I can't figure out. It's like a puzzle, and you have to something to do with like the time of day and like light and stuff. That there's one. So there's
to unlock it.
To unlock the shrine to then get into it.
Oh man.
Which a lot of those like are usually Raru's blessing. So it's like, oh, this is cool. Like the puzzle prior to get to the shrine, and then you actually just go in there and just get the was it the light blessing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Except for the one that like plays you. I think you did a TikTok on it, but where you go, you try to go.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I guess it's just teaching you how to light stuff on fire with the bow, but that was cool. That's the only one I've seen that has done that in Raru's blessing ones. So
yeah,
really cool.
The other ones have just been just the chest and go.
Yeah. But yeah, and then
where's that shrine?
Which one?
The time of day one.
And I don't know if it's time of day. I think it is, but I think it's somewhere up in the Elden region. I think it's yeah. I can't exactly remember where it's at, but it's got a construct there. He gives you like instructions, and he says like you have to dye a piece white or something. I can't quite remember, but
like dye your clothing.
No, it's like you have a dye. I don't know. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me just pull up my handy switch.
I know you've got it on standby.
I think I've only seen the title screen once, and I just wanted to see it.
I did. I quit out the other day just for good measure. I was like, okay, I've been in here for 80 hours.
see, shrine. It's called, okay, so the quest is dying. It's in Lanaroo Great Spring, so not in the Elden Ring region. It says near some ruins on Quaddis Shelf, northwest of Mount Lanaroo, a steward construct said this riddle would guide you to a sacred shrine. When the sun awakens in the sky, dye, like DYE, the white pattern black, then will the sacred shrine appear. I have no idea what that means. But I also didn't really try much on it. There was like a Lionel right next to it, so I was like, oh, let me fight a Lionel.
Dye the white pattern. You actually, do you want to switch over real quick?
Yeah, let's switch over real quick.
Okay.
That's like the only tricky one I've seen so far like that, but I'm sure there's some more that are like that. So there's just so much variety with the shrines. It's not just finding them. It's, there's, they might be in a cave or they might be hidden somewhere else. Like there's just so many different variety. And I just unlocked the sensor, the shrine sensor, like an hour ago in game.
Honestly, I didn't miss it that much.
No, not really.
I like just coming across them, but yeah, I got it probably 50 hours in.
Yeah.
It does help. Like most of the time I can see it.
Yeah.
By the time it's going off, but sometimes it provides more confusion than need be. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, because it goes off on ones that you've already found, right?
No. It's just the ones that you haven't found.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I felt like I warped to a shrine and then it immediately went off.
Might have been another shrine.
Maybe. I don't know. But it was like as soon as I warped to the shrine, it started beeping. So.
No, I think it's just for undiscovered ones.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Cool.
Anything else? On Zelda?
I mean, other than like the Wind Temple, like just that boss fight was pretty cool. Like after you make your way there,
yeah.
It's kind of easy. Like it's pretty simple.
Pretty
simple
kind of
boss fight, but
tease him a little bit, just kind of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get him into a corner.
But still cool nonetheless. Yeah, and then you get her her sage power, and it just follows you around.
That's it.
So yeah,
and then
cool.
the next, essentially the next mission is to go in and kill Ganondorf.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna play until I finally just decide to do the mission, but I mean I've still got so much stuff to do. Like I plan on doing as much as I can, really. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I do really want to play Diablo 4. That just looks amazing. Still got to play Jedi. Even Street Fighter looks like it's pretty good. Like it's just reviewed pretty well, but not a huge fighting game fan. But yeah, I mean, there's the depths alone. Like I could put probably 5 or 6 more hours in there, just messing around.
Easily. Yeah.
So
I'm telling myself, like, I just want to get really powerful.
Yeah.
Before I face Ganondorf.
Well, I think I have like, I think I'm like 6 or 7 hearts away from having full hearts. That you start out with. So I mean, like I'm pretty powerful, but yeah, I just want to, because it's like that in any game, you know. It's like even though there's more stuff to do, once you beat the main quest, it feels not as important. Yeah, and like what are you really doing because you've beaten the game? So
that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah,
is that like not fatigue, but yeah, just kind of like a lack of drive.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Lack of motivation.
I don't know. I'll probably put it off for a little bit longer while.
Yeah. But I think
What's up, Noodles? You're playing Diablo right now, dude. I heard it's amazing.
Heard it's great, dude.
I'll definitely play it at some point. But...
Yeah, I think I beat Breath of the Wild and then I went back and did all the shrines.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do the same with.
Did you do all the shrines in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Okay. Sad I didn't do that. But
and even with Tears, I'm at like 116 shrines, so I'm pretty close. Well,
yeah, I think there's 152, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to get like all the armor pieces. I want to get all the hearts and stamina. Korok, I'll do them if I come across them, but I haven't done an escort Korok one in quite a while.
Oh man, I just did one. Love those little guys.
Yeah. always got to throw the rock on the head when you pick up the rock. Just
oh yeah, just gotta do your due diligence.
Do you think we'll get DLC for this thing?
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we'll get DLC when the Switch 2 comes out.
You think that it'll launch with that as like an incentive?
Yeah.
Do you
think so?
Do you think they do? Do they charge you like an extra $10 or something to play it on the Switch too? I don't think they will. It's already 70. I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah, it's already 70. You can't really go from there.
Yeah, or they'll like, or they'll do it this way. In order to play it on this, like it'll be like Switch 2 exclusive or something stupid like that, and you have to pay the $30 for the DLC, and then that includes like the fee to something really dumb like that.
Or you can like buy the game separately for $80, something like that.
Yeah. Ugh. Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope they do. I don't know what I would want. Like, I never actually beat the Breath of the Wild DLC. I think I attempted to, and I came back to it like months and months later, and I forgot how to play the game.
Like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I forgot what happens in the DLC.
I mean, I know it has to deal with the champions. So it's and you get the Master Cycle and you get Hero Mode, which I think is still crappy that it's not in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is.
You do another dungeon, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about Zelda for at least another week or two, and especially once we both actually finish the game. I don't know if there's any sort of end game stuff either. If there's any like one final mission or anything like that. I hope there is, but
I don't know because I think it'll be like Breath of the Wild and it'll just set you back.
See, and I hate that too. Like
I know.
Yeah, and they do it for every Zelda game, so it's not like it's exclusive to Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I wish he would just be gone. But then I guess the castle wouldn't be floating, and then you couldn't go down there anymore. Or I guess you could. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Like, I guess you could just have everything stay as is and be like, oh, it's a process. You know, it takes a while for the castle to fall. It takes a while for all the chasms to close up.
And see, that's the thing too, is like that's pretty much confirmed it, because then, you know, I guess they wouldn't necessarily close up, right? Because they're already, I mean, it's just in the earth, but then you wouldn't have like the cool effect coming, like the gloom coming out of it, and lose that effect. So yeah, I don't know.
I understand it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And we talked about it last week that I think like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are like a soft reboot of, or maybe even like a hard reboot of the story of Hyrule. Like they just completely scrapped the timeline of Zelda. Not that it really matters, but still. I mean, because they talk about the creation of Hyrule, like Rauru and Sonia were like the first king and queen. Like they came down from, you know, the skies and the heavens, and I don't know. I'm still bummed that Skyloft is not involved. That
I know.
Really
like,
bums
I thought
me
that's
out.
what they were setting up with the Skyward Sword HD release, but maybe it is. Maybe we got to get to the end of the game to figure that out. But
there's no way that wouldn't be on Twitter though at this point.
Yeah.
And that really bums me out, because like, so with the Sky Islands, where did they come from? Are they just?
I think they were just hidden.
Were they hidden?
I guess.
I'll have to like look at a wiki. I'm not quite sure, because some
hidden?
fell, because like the structures fell like into Hyrule, and that's what is in like Kakariko Village and stuff like that. So they were up there. It's not like they started at the bottom and then rose up. They were already up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess maybe they were just invisible. I don't know.
And then once the upheaval happened, then the Zonai showed themselves. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it. Probably not though. All right, so yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up our Zelda talk. You want to do the news first, and then we'll do our predictions.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Cool. So everybody, 1-2 Switch got announced. The sequel to 1-2 Switch.
It got just announced before Mario.
It got announced with no trailer, just one still image on Twitter, and that's it. Nothing else.
No fanfare, no exclamation point, no all caps.
And then followed an hour later by, hey, here's some new pastel Joy-Cons. This is such a weird,
this game's gonna be so terrible.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like it comes out June 30th. So it's coming out in the same month it was announced.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no trailer, nothing. It's $30, so it's not like it's, a full price game. Yeah, it feels like they just sent it out to die. Like,
yeah, like this is the game that was rumored back like 1 or 2 years ago, and even the testers for the game said it was like they nicknamed it like the horse shit game.
Yeah,
because it had the horse. So apparently it's pretty bad, like worse than 1-2 Switch. And 1-2 Switch is like pretty fun. It's just not worth $50 in any capacity.
It really, God, that game should have been a pack-in game for sure.
Yeah.
And then it could have been the best-selling game of all time. I don't really know, who knows. Yeah, I mean, 1-2 Switch was fine. It's very like a gimmicky show off what these Joy-Cons can do, and then the company's never going to use them again.
I don't know. I've actually brought it out at parties, and we've had fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's either funny like on a rooftop party, and it's fun there, and if it's like your first time playing 1-2 Switch, it's fun. But I mean, after you've played it, I don't know, 10 times, it's just not super great. Like Kellen loves playing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he likes playing 1-2 Switch a lot. But so I was thinking about, if it's decent, I was thinking about just getting it, because it's $30, so it's like low entry, low cost or whatever to get it. And like it's a party game, so like I'm sure he'll enjoy it. But if it's just god awful, then I won't. But I don't know. I kind of want to get it just to see what it is, Kind of
want to get it physical too.
Yeah,
to have that relic.
Psycho, madman. Yeah, this one's weird. This one's very weird.
Not what I expected coming from Nintendo. The month that it launches, it's just it's so weird. Like, they're obviously just trying to get this out before they get to the Switch 2, or whatever the next console is.
Yeah. And then today, was it today? They showed off the Pikmin 4 trailer. Morning. The create your own character trailer. They kind of state that, or they give like a story, Captain Olimar gets, of course, crashes, and then they send a team of 4 who also crashes, so you're like the last hope. And didn't really show much like gameplay wise, just kind of like a
not really.
Character creator trailer. I don't know, with this and everybody 1-2 Switch getting announced and this trailer dropping, I don't think there's going to be a June Direct.
I don't think so.
I think we'll get like a mini or like a partner showcase Direct, but I don't think we're getting a full-fledged Direct.
No, I don't think we're going to get our next Direct until
September.
Maybe September, and that's like, that even feels iffy with how uncertain the rest of this year is, and going into next year with a possible Switch successor. Like,
I think they have to do a September Direct just to show out what games are coming out, but
yeah, but is that with a console announcement at that point? Like, has that happened already, or is that just like, what would that be showcasing? Like, what would they be?
I think it's a console announcement. I think they're gonna announce the console, and it comes out in like spring of 2024. That's my prediction.
I feel like they would do that before a Direct. Like, they would do that separately, right? Not just be like, hey,
a console announcement?
A Direct is coming. Yeah. Because, like, will they show off a console announcement and all of the games that are coming with that console in a Direct?
Yeah, I think it'll be like the last it'll either be like the first or last thing they reveal. Like, oh, by the way, all these games that we're showing off are going to be on the new system, kind of thing.
It's like, oh, these games look pretty good. Like a little bit too good for
a
the
little
Switch.
bit too good. Yeah. If Prime 4 is anywhere in that direct, then the next console is right on the horizon.
Honestly,
because that game is absolutely launching on the new system.
Yeah, not a doubt at this point, unless they release a trailer tomorrow.
I mean, they could.
Certain things have happened.
Yeah, that's very true. You want to read the next one, Nick?
Yeah, so it was really Aaron Greenberg that tweeted this, right? But he confirmed that for all of Xbox's first party games shown off in their showcase this Sunday, there won't be any CGI trailers. All of them will either be in-engine trailers or like pure gameplay. So there's not going to be any like cinematic trailers, which is great news coming off of Sony's showcase, which was primarily CGI cinematic trailers.
Yeah, and, I'm absolutely done with a game getting announced with a CGI trailer. There should be, I mean, because the average gamer is not going to. They'll say, "Oh, there's a showcase. Let me watch it." They're not going to go to the PlayStation website or, you know, another website where they've got like, "Oh, this is what this game actually is." Like, not most people are going to do that. So if I don't know everything there is to know about the game in this one trailer and with gameplay, then you've failed at because like this is the platform to do it at. And if you just show like a really cool CGI trailer of someone running around with a gun, like cool, it looks cool, but like what is this game?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's with some of these games that are years away, like a part of it is probably marketing for developers to come actually work on the project. Like
that's true.
You know, get additional help and employees. But for a lot of it, it's like, okay, this game is 3 years out. People aren't going to remember a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to latch onto that anyways. Like, what's the point? What's the point of showing it off yet? Like,
like
Microsoft
that and
has done this.
They have that and like just a title card is so bad. It's just like
title card.
It's just
terrible.
fluff. It's like, okay, this showcase or this direct isn't really that great, but let's end it with Metroid Prime 4. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, Metroid Prime 4 is in the works. And then it's 5 years later and it's still in the works.
It gets rebooted. Yeah,
it gets internally rebooted and all that stuff. So, and also like Xbox is absolutely in a place where they have to show gameplay. If they come out and announce all this stuff in CGI, it's going to be bad. Like they have to show gameplay. They have to have release dates at this point.
And they can't do all these games are going to release in the next 12 months again.
No, they cannot.
We know how that panned out. Looking at you, Silksong, and other games.
Yeah.
Mostly Silksong, but
that's the one that hurt the most.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm glad it got delayed because delays are good, right? It makes the game better. But I can't imagine playing that game right now. You know?
No. I'm good. I can wait.
I want that game to come out like and have a 2-month time frame where there's nothing coming out, just because that game is going to be massive.
It's going to be huge.
This one I just wanted to throw in there just to briefly talk about. The MetaQuest 3 got announced. Strap into the ODM gear, baby. We are flying. Did you watch the trailer for it?
I did not, but
it looks like it's going to be bad. But it's at the same time, it looks cool. I don't know.
How much is this one?
This one's 500, I think.
Okay, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible, and I think they're going to be killing the PSVR 2. I don't know.
You think this is going to kill the PSVR 2?
I think so. Like, it's something that's standalone. You don't need another $500 system to have it run. You know, it just works. You know, I think it's got just about the same features as the PSVR 2 does. So, and not that I want the PSVR 2 to fail, but like, again, I just don't know where Sony's mindset was at with this thing. There's so many VR goggles on the market right now, and it's still a very niche market.
Super niche. Like,
you know, in the PlayStation VR didn't really sell all that well for them to like come out with a 2. I just didn't think there was a world where they would do a 2, but you know, here we are. Yeah, I think it sold like 5 million, I think, units or whatever, which is a good amount. But I mean, based on the install base of the PS4, you know, just not crazy numbers. But yeah, I mean, the MetaQuest looks really cool. As someone who has the Quest 2, is this something that you're even remotely interested in, or are you pretty much done with VR?
Unless there's like a killer app that gets me in.
And I don't know all the games that got announced other than Attack on Titan, but I saw that and I was like,
yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
Watching the trailer now. I mean, yeah, it looks. I like the Quest 2. I think it's a really great piece of tech. The fidelity isn't amazing.
Yeah,
like even compared to the PSVR 1, it's not great.
But if you got your hands on this thing, it's cheaper than the VR 2, and like the fidelity is great and it plays well and all that good stuff. I mean, the Quest is like the Quest 2 is like the most popular VR headset out there. I mean, it's just
right because it's just so easy to get into. Yeah,
I mean, it's relative. You know, I say relatively cheap. It's still $400 piece of tech, but you know, compared to the Index and stuff like that, like it's way cheaper.
And oh my god, compared to the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, I was sold on this thing. I was like, man, this thing looks cool. Like just all the stuff you could do with it looks really interesting. And then they dropped that price point of $3,500. Like I knew it was going to have. I knew it was like Apple. You know, obviously always has like the Apple tax, right? It's always going to be more expensive than what it should be. But man, like, I mean, I just don't know. Other than like the Apple heads, I don't see who's getting this.
No one is gonna buy this thing for $3,500.
And again, like it looks cool, but like the battery life's 2 hours, right? So like,
yeah, but you have to buy like a separate battery pack that you still plug in and just put in your pocket.
Oh, it doesn't come with that.
I don't know. I can't confirm.
God, if it's $3,500, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, God, and this is the company that charged $550 for their AirPods, Air Max Pro, whatever it's called. I don't know, their headphones. Yeah, they charged $1,000 for like Mac wheels. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sorry. I think this thing looks pretty stupid, and I don't see the point of it. I know it's like the hybrid AR VR, and it looks like it's like HoloLens. Like with what they were trying to do.
I mean, it's like a computer in your head. Like you don't have to have a separate computer. It's got all
who wants that?
I don't know. I mean, and like the dude that's like the family man, like I would what? Like nobody's doing that.
And no one is going to walk around their house with this freaking headset on.
And when there's somebody like walking around like the city or something with it, or like on the bus, like nobody's going to take a $3,500 piece of tech out of their house. What, you crazy? Look at this nerd. Let's jump him.
Right?
Oh, but you can see them coming. And like the fake eye thing looked kind of goofy, and like the FaceTime, like
doesn't it create
it creates like but it looks like very
like an uncanny
valley thing. It looks weird. I don't know, man. I like the idea. I think AR in the long run is going to be way more accepted than VR is, but $3,500, man, that's crazy.
I think it's so stupid. I'm tired of this AR stuff coming out.
AR porn is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, but like, they keep trying to sell this as like a business tool as well, of like showing people using this in meetings, kind of like they try to do with Meta. With those shitty ass avatars, but
like, no company is gonna, oh yeah, let's get 50 of these things and send them out to our employee. Like, no.
Oh,
I mean, maybe, I don't know, dude. Like buying a laptop, like 2 monitors and like a laptop port or whatever is like still like $2,000 cheaper than what this thing is. So I don't even see a company getting these things for their employees unless they're just like a state of the art, like uppity tech firm or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Noodles, if I see someone on the bus with this thing, I might steal it too.
Yeah, I'm for sure. Like I'll risk it all for 35 minutes. It looks.
Not even because I want it, just because
you deserve it to be.
I don't want. I don't want society to go this way. Okay, I don't want us all to have on these AR headsets.
I mean, go look at the poster for Ready Player One. It looks like that stupid.
It does.
Thing they're wearing.
It looks really close. To
There's a whole movie about this. Oh goodness.
A whole movie.
It was. Yeah, they talked like briefly about gaming too. Death Stranding's coming to the Mac. They keep trying to put
Death Stranding is coming.
They keep trying to push Mac games, but I don't know.
Mac gaming is never gonna take off. I'm sorry.
No. They keep trying though. But yeah, I just wanted to briefly talk about that because how ridiculous that thing is. Again, the concept super cool. AR, I think it's a way cooler concept than VR.
Nah, dude, I think VR is cooler.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, what are you realistically gonna do with AR?
I don't know. Like, you could play chess on like anything.
You know what else you can do? You can get a real chessboard and just play with that.
Yeah, but virtually, Nick.
That's what VR is for. But and you can play it in a pool of lava in VR.
Yeah, but why would I spend $20 on a chessboard when I can drop $3,500 and not feel it?
Not feel it.
Well, so you don't want to look like cool like Iron Man when he's flicking the stuff off on the you moving the maps and stuff like that. Like,
you know, that one app is going to be $60 just to be able to do that.
And then you can blow up the screen so you can like any room could have a 100-inch TV. And you can dim the world around you, so it's no longer AR. It's just like VR.
Like VR. Man, you're really selling it.
I don't know. It looks cool. Like,
I can't wait for it to get discounted to $3,000.
It'll never get discounted. They'll just announce the next one and it'll be $4,500.
Yeah.
And then like the audacity, but if you put in your AirPods Pro, you can listen to spatial that should come with it. Jesus Christ, include the AirPod, eat the $200 and put it in there. God, Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. And then we already talked about the Capcom showcase just got announced today for Monday. Roughly 30 minutes of the games from the greatest company in the world right now. So that's great. I guess let's dive into predictions, Nick. Let's start with Capcom. What do you want to see out of Capcom? I mean, they've killed it with Street Fighter, with all the Resident Evil stuff. Resident Evil 4 remake was one of my, it's definitely top 3, maybe top 2 games of the year so far. What's your thoughts on what could we possibly see?
Resident Evil 4 DLC.
Okay, separate ways. Okay, I think that's a lock in.
Yeah.
Exclusive to PS5. VR.
Please no. VR.
No, it'll be everywhere.
No. And then potentially new Monster Hunter. That's kind of my thought.
You think?
Of like the big thing that they can announce.
Do you think it's like a Monster Hunter Rise 2, or do you think it's like a Monster Hunter World 2 or something?
I think it's either like a Monster Hunter 5.
Okay.
Or a sequel to World.
Okay.
That's only on PS5 and Series X and S.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get a Switch Monster Hunter next.
No, I think the Rise 2 will probably come to Switch. Rise 2, whatever.
What about you? What do you think?
Separate Ways is definitely a lock in. Like that has to be there. Because what Resident Evil came out in February?
March, I think.
Was it March?
March 24th.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was March. Dead Space was February or January. So March. So yeah, I think we're just far enough away from it where people have probably moved on for the most part. And that's gonna get people back in. And I hope it's like really soon too. Like I don't want it to be like the Resident Evil 8 DLC where it took like over a year. I want it to come out like within the next couple months. I think that's a good timing for that. And then I don't know, maybe like a Resident Evil like Code Veronica remake, or I don't think they're going to announce 5 quite yet. I think they're going to wait for that, the 5 remake, if they do one. I'm assuming they will.
Do you think we'll see anything about that before we see Resident Evil 9?
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about the main line. Resident Evil 8 came out in what, 2022 or 21? 21. Okay.
So it's been 2 years at this point.
Maybe that might be too soon. I personally would love to see a Revelations 3. That was rumored to be like exclusive to the Switch for a long time.
Yeah, I wonder where that is. Revelations 2 is good. It just had the chapter split up.
Yeah.
When it released.
Well, and then it came to 2, and it was just all together. Or it came to the Switch, and I think it was that's where I played it at, and everything was just together. Mm-hmm. But that was kind of weird. Yeah, because they were trying to follow like the Telltale model and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I don't know. I might prefer to see like a new thing out of the Resident Evil franchise, like just a new, maybe not necessarily like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I want. Yeah, like a spinoff or something. But if it's not Revelations 3, then I don't know what they would do.
Another multiplayer.
Oh God, Nick, don't do this to me. I don't know. Maybe like like a survival horror. Like again, I know Resident Evil survival horror, but like someone who is not equipped with weaponry, and they have to like, I don't know. Maybe like an outbreak. Outbreak.
Yeah, just like a regular. What is that called? Is that survival horror? Because it's not. You're not surviving.
You're just like running. It's like amnesia or something where you don't have any weapons.
Yeah, there's a name for it. I just can't remember.
Yeah, or like I don't know, like a Resident Evil like side story, or like Resident Evil Stories or something where you play as some survivors in the game from Raccoon City. So like take it so that way you're still in Raccoon City and you start playing, you know, as the outbreak happened and stuff like that.
You're like super underpowered.
Or like, what if we got like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking of like Dawn of the Dead or something, where like you, I don't know, you're just like a family person and you have to survive the apocalypse, you know, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe like an open world Resident Evil game. Like that could be pretty crazy.
Oh God.
That could be crazy.
That'd be cool. I feel like it would, I don't know.
It wouldn't be the same.
Third person open world.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the same.
For
because I'm assuming you would have like vehicles and stuff you could get around in. I don't know, man. I don't know what exactly.
I think it like taking place in a big city would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I want like a big city with like huge swarms of like regular zombies, and you like maybe you have to like barricade yourself in or something like that. I think that could be pretty cool.
Kind of like a tower defense.
Yeah, or like I guess kind of like State of Decay.
Yeah.
Something like that where you have to like build up defenses.
Well, do I have a game for you? State of Decay 3.
Yeah, that but you haven't seen that game since 2020 with that winter CGI trailer. Any other franchises from Resident Evil or excuse me from Capcom? Like Devil May Cry, maybe? Do we see that?
Do they do Dragon's Dogma?
They do, I think, right?
Or is that Square? Or is that someone else completely?
Dragons.
Oh no, that's Capcom.
That's Capcom.
We
Okay.
might see that. We might see some
gameplay from it since it was announced at the showcase, PlayStation showcase. Yeah, I mean maybe Dragon's Dogma 2. Shoot, maybe we'll see an Oracle of Ages and Seasons remaster. That would be awesome. Since they developed that.
I was like, what are you talking about?
There's no way.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, that would be insane. Yeah, maybe like a DMC 6 or something. I don't know. I don't know where DMC 5 went story wise, so who knows?
Right. It has been a while since that game though, so maybe. I don't know. It's only 35 minutes. I'm assuming some of it will be dedicated to Exoprimal.
Yeah, that's right. Exoprimal.
Maybe some like Street Fighter 6 DLC, something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if we're hoping for too much, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not banking everything on the Capcom thing, but
no.
I mean, all their stuff is so good that
doesn't really matter what we see.
Exactly. I mean, the only thing really left is the Summer Games, the actual show itself. It's really hard to determine because it's just a culmination of everything. Do you think we get anything from Sony with their showcase that just happened? Anything major? Because why would they not? Why would they put it on like a third party kind of thing and not just put it on their own showcase?
Yeah. Unless they struck a deal with Summer Games Fest, but
here it is, Nick. Last of Us Part 2 remake is how they end the show.
PS5 VR exclusive. PSVR 2 exclusive.
Yep.
Or we just see more of Death Stranding 2.
Or that's a very good possibility. That's a very good possibility.
Okay, here's my 3 guesses. Callisto Protocol DLC.
Okay. There's supposed to be DLC, right? There's a season pass.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Elden Ring DLC.
Okay, we show it off. Okay.
Shadow of the Erdtree or whatever it is.
Yeah. I honestly forgot about that, to be honest.
Yeah. And then Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding.
Those are the only 3 that I can possibly think of.
From Sony?
No, just in
general
for Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we see gameplay for oh my gosh, what's the Mech Assault game from FromSoft?
Armored Core.
Armored Core. Yeah, we see gameplay for that.
That could be.
I hope they don't end the well, I don't know. Maybe they probably end the show with that, with the gameplay, because they've already announced like the date and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's September.
Yeah, I really don't know, because I mean we're getting the Xbox showcase. They're gonna announce everything there. You think Nintendo shows up at all to the show?
No,
they usually don't.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll show up at all.
Maybe they announced the DLC there for Zelda.
No, I think that would be in a separate direct. I think that would be in like a September direct where they show off the new console.
They end the show. AG Alnuma comes out on the stage with Jeff Keighley. The lights dim. The Ocarina of Time opening screen pops up in like its normal N64 thing, and then it blurs and switches to HD. Ocarina of Time remake, baby.
Wow.
That's how they end the show.
100%.
I'm calling it right now.
Not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Worst prediction ever.
Worst prediction. Yeah, I'll take it. But if it does happen, it won't happen. But if it does,
I'll give you $2.
Yeah, you owe me a Coke.
I'll give you 2 Cokes.
All right, let's switch over. Let's do our Xbox predictions, and then I think we'll wrap up. All right. Well, let me double check the other showcases real quick. I don't see I mean, I know there'll be some cool stuff like, Devolver Digital. We'll see probably the Plucky Squire and stuff like that. Maybe get a release date for that.
Yeah.
Any last predictions for the Summer Game Fest main show, or is that everything?
I think that's it. My last guess would be just a space horror game being shown.
Space horror game.
That's what they specialize in there.
Do we know how long this thing is?
I don't. I'm assuming it's around an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wait, this is. This is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thought it was. Why did I think it was at 6?
Okay, because I thought it was during the workday.
Yeah.
So we won't be streaming it.
No.
Oh, it's 2 hours as well.
It's 2 hours. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is at 3. Okay. So never mind. We won't be streaming it. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I thought it was at 6. Oh well, we'll definitely be streaming the maybe I don't know, maybe I got confused with the Capcom. We'll definitely be streaming the Xbox showcase, which I'm more excited for that anyways.
Yeah. And sorry, just
yeah.
Actually, that's confusing. It says that PlayStation is taking part in Summer Games Fest. So
where do you see that at?
It's just on their website.
Oh, the partners. Okay, yeah, PlayStation. Is Nintendo there at all?
They are not.
Niantic's on there.
Square Enix.
CD Projekt Red's on there. Maybe we'll see like The Witcher, the new Witcher game, potentially.
Yeah.
Xbox is on there.
Amazon Games.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Nintendo's on there.
That's understandable.
Oh well, still extremely exciting.
Yeah.
Ooh, I will say, Bandai Namco's going to be there. Dragon Ball FighterZ 2.
You think so?
I don't think it'll happen because they haven't put out the rollback netcode yet for Dragon Ball FighterZ, so I doubt they will.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen until that.
So I doubt they will. No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no Nintendo. I don't see anything. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know it. I can't think of anything else. Niantic's gonna be there, like Pokemon, something Pokemon Go related, or
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
That would put Nintendo on there as well.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. Maybe they have like another AR style.
Didn't they have a Witcher AR game?
Oh, I have no idea.
Harry Potter one? I don't
know. The Harry Potter one got shut down, I think. But yeah, Nick, let's do predictions for the Xbox showcase. Obviously, we know Starfield is coming right after. We get a 30-minute presentation for that, so I'm sure we'll get a deep dive, gameplay, all that good stuff. But what do you think we're going to be seeing at this showcase?
So I think Fable is a lock based off of the teaser.
Yeah, they did have
all the glitter.
Yeah.
If it's not there, then that was terrible marketing on their part.
Right.
And I don't know. So hopefully we see some gameplay from that. I'm assuming we will, because it's been 3 years since we've seen that cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Back in 2020.
Do you think it's this year or next year release?
I think it's a next year release.
Okay. I do too. I think it's going to be like an early next year. Like springish kind of time frame. March, April.
I think Forza and Hellblade will be the two big games. Well, that and Starfield, but yeah, I think those will be the two big games for this year.
Yeah, we'll get a release date for Forza at this thing. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think we get another? Do you think we get another color variation for the controllers?
That's guaranteed. My God, they need to stop working on color variations and start working on games.
That's the running joke, right? my heart wants Gears 6, but I don't think it's time yet for that.
Because when did Gears 5 come out? Is it
2019? Yeah.
Okay, so it's been all like 3.5 years, almost 4.
Yeah. I don't think Gears comes out this year. I mean, it could be.
No.
It could be announced, and then come out next year. But again, I don't think. I don't know, man. I want the stuff that I just want release dates. Really, is what I'm looking for here, and I don't think Gears is anywhere near done, or not necessarily near done, but just nowhere near coming out soon. I think that's probably like a holiday, 2024 game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Fable's gonna be there for sure. I think that's a lock. Like, I think you're right on that. I don't know. Did we see like Avowed or anything like that? Or
yeah, I think Avowed is there.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I don't think State of Decay 3 is going to be there.
I don't think it is either.
I just have a feeling that one's having trouble.
Yeah.
Anything for Halo Infinite?
I don't know. I don't think we've really ever gotten an official report from 343. I know their season's getting ready to drop, right?
Yeah, with the new ranks.
Yeah. When does that come out? Let's see.
I think it's sometime in June.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I saw an ad for it. Halo Waypoints. Let's see. Season 4, June 20th. So yeah, maybe they'll show like a trailer for that. I mean, they announced like that really like the small scale level in like the trailer for 3, and I don't think it ever came out. I could be wrong. I haven't played Infinite in a while. I mean, gosh, I would love some campaign stuff, but just with all the reports that said that they were done with it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything.
Maybe we see, if Halo's there, I think they're going to announce the Halo Battle Royale that's been rumored from certain Affinity.
Okay.
I think they'll announce some sort of like Halo.
That's like a wild card one.
Yeah, some sort of Halo battle. That's been rumored for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would just love to see campaign, because that open world is just so much fun. But with the troubled release of Halo Infinite, I just don't know if they're. I mean, obviously they're still doing seasons and stuff like that, but I just don't know if they're going to focus on single player stuff anymore, which is a real shame. Redfall DLC. Do you think we see that at all?
Nah, they want to get that game out of people's memories as fast as possible.
Oh, that was terrible. It's crazy. They ended 2020 like that was like their big
2021. That was when we were at the beach.
Oh god, that was. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about Redfall. What else? I mean, Forza, Gears we talked about, Val we talked about, Fable we talked about. I would love to see Hellblade. I would love to see a release date, like November or December release. I want it to come this year. I really want to play it. What else? Something from Double Fine, maybe?
Yeah.
Their next game?
That was 2021. Maybe Double Fine, maybe something from Compulsion. I really don't know like what else I want to see. I want all the games that they've talked about so far to come out.
Yeah, I think,
and to have some resolution there.
I want to say everything they've announced is gonna.
Yeah, I don't even need to see anything new. I just want to see them show the things they've already talked about, which is weird to think about.
Well, yeah, because there's so much, and all of it looks and sounds really cool, but we just know nothing about most of those.
What was that
franchises?
Uncharted type game that they like had a cinematic trailer for back in.
Well, that's the Indiana Jones game.
Well, there's that one,
which we don't know if that one's exclusive or not, since it's a franchise, not
right. But wasn't there like another? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark? I don't know.
I don't know if we'll see it, but
I still don't know if I'm excited for it. I've never been a Perfect Dark person, so I don't really have like that nostalgia for Perfect Dark. But I mean, if it's something really cool, like, yeah, I don't know.
Contraband.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yep, I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that'll ever see the light of day. I don't even know who was working on that one.
When is Ubisoft's thing? That's not on the schedule for.
Theirs is. It's also.
It's like
it's on Monday.
It's on Monday.
1 p.m. on Monday. Yeah.
Okay. It's just not part of the Game Fest. Yeah, I think it's separate. Okay.
I mean, I think it's part of Game Fest.
I don't see the Ubisoft Forward on here listed.
Oh, you're right. It's not. It's not under the umbrella.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would love to see. I mean, obviously, we're gonna get a look at Assassin's Creed. I would love to see like a new Splinter Cell game. We just don't have a lot of like espionage kind of games anymore, where you're sneaking around and stuff. I think that would be really cool to see.
I don't have a lot of high hopes for Ubisoft's.
Yeah, I don't either. We'll get a Rabbids game. Dance Dance 2020,000.
And then Skull and Bones.
That game's canceled.
Is it mentally canceled for you?
It just doesn't. Nothing
about it looked fun.
It looked good. Like a live service pirate game that you can't do anything on like the land. Like what point is that? It makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean that got canceled for a year, or not canceled, but it got delayed for a year. So I don't. Or it was supposed to come out in like March or something, right? and then it got delayed. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. Got delayed like weeks before it was going to come out.
Yeah, I don't have any hopes for much hopes for the Ubisoft Forward.
Yeah.
Oh, for Xbox, maybe. Do you think we'll get another look at like an Ori game?
Ooh.
Ori was what, 2020?
2020, right?
Yeah, so that's get announced and then comes out next year or something like that.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good game.
Although,
good announcement.
The way Ori ends, who knows how they'll go from there. But
yeah,
that could be really cool. Like Ori and the Will of the Wisp was fantastic. So,
I mean, both of those games were amazing.
Yeah, they're both super good. I don't know. Do you think maybe like there's that rumored Final Fantasy IX remake that's coming?
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be announced at an Xbox.
Well, not an Xbox. I'm talking like I guess I'm going back to the Summer Game Fest, like actual showcase, like some.
Right.
I mean, I would love to see 10. Like 10 is like I love 10 so much. But I also really like 9 too. I just really hope it's not PlayStation exclusive. Did you see where Square Enix is? I guess they're looking at the pre-order numbers for Final Fantasy 16, and they're
not as good as 15.
Yeah, which makes sense. But
I mean,
evidently Sony cut them a check big enough for them to do it exclusively. So
yeah, and like
I don't know how that works exactly.
We're still like earlier in the generation, so the install base isn't as big, and it's PS5 only.
Yeah,
it's not.
And it's also it's not a. I mean, I know Final Fantasy is kind of straight away from the typical JRPG stuff for a while now, but it's really, really away from that. Like
it's really Western.
Yeah, I think a lot of people liked Final Fantasy VII Remake, and where it's you still had to. It wasn't turn-based anymore, but you still had to input the actions for the character to do the thing. And here it's just like a Devil May Cry game, which it could be really good. I have no idea, but I think it's just such a far cry from what Final Fantasy was.
Yeah, I mean, not saying that it's not going to be a good game.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great.
Don't think it has the same level of hype behind it that
a typical one does.
15 did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's a lot of predictions. There's so much stuff we could see.
Possibilities.
Xbox is like, I don't know. It's not really predictions. It's just what we know we'll see, like what we should see, right?
Right. Yeah. It's yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to think that. I'm sure they will sprinkle in some new stuff, but where they're at, like, we just got to see games like that's it, that we know about, and gameplay and release dates and stuff like that. So,
Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah, we could definitely see that.
Is it Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be cool. I think that could definitely be there. So much stuff.
There's
an hour and a half.
Long time. And assuming they're not going to put a lot of third-party stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be covered through PlayStation Showcase and through Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get some ID at Xbox indie games and stuff like that. We'll get a nice sizzle reel of probably the stuff PlayStation had in their showcase. I don't know. Lots of stuff.
A lot of time. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our predictions and stuff like that. And it's also going to wrap up the show. It's over, guys.
Sad.
Sorry. If you guys could leave us a nice review over on Apple Podcasts, that would be awesome and much, much appreciated. Again, we won't be live streaming the Summer Games Fest just because that's like right in the middle of the day. I guess technically I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna watch it. But definitely the showcase for Starfield and Xbox. Yeah. We'll definitely do that. And watch that, because again, that's pretty hype. I think that show is gonna be great. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can follow us everywhere. All of our stuff is in the show notes. Twitch.tv/gaming with the Broscast if you want to watch us live. Nick, where can they follow us on Twitter? Is it
Gaming WT Bros?
Okay. I always forget sometimes. Yeah, follow us on, we just tweet randomly, do some polls and stuff here and there. Gushing over Zelda right now.
Oh man, all gush.
And gaming, I guess, is it TikTok.com/gaming with the Broscast, or at Gaming with the Broscast on TikTok, something like that. Nick's just been doing his thing with the Zelda videos. It's tons of
churning out content.
Dude, one of my favorite ones was the one where you have like the Ganondorf fit on, and you just dive and smack down into the ground. Like that caught me off guard, and I was just like busting out laughing. So funny. Yeah, follow us on there. We're over 500 followers on there, so that's awesome. Get us to 1,000, and we can start live streaming on TikTok as well. That could be cool.
Is that the threshold that you have to get to?
Yeah, 1,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. As far as I'm aware, I know on mobile it's 1,000. I don't know what it is like on the website, but who goes on the TikTok website? Craziness.
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back next Monday, just talking about more Zelda and just talking about all these Summer Game Fest stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think anything else is going to get announced for Game Fest, so we should be right on time for the podcast.
Surprise Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
for
Jesus
Tuesday.
Christ. Yeah, if there's a surprise in Nintendo Direct, we'll wait for sure. But yeah, we'll see you guys next Monday with our reactions. It's gonna be a good time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.